We're here today with Kadry Furany, Canada. Kadry, what is your official title at CARE?
I am Vice President for International Operations, so I oversee the country offices, the programs, basically.
Okay. Kadry has been a part of the faculty here at the SMDP for several years, teaching in South Africa, teaching in, I think, did you teach once in East Africa? I think you might have. But at least in South Africa and in Ghana and in the United States over the past 10 or 11 years.
I'm not this old, huh? Okay.
You look like a youngster.
Yeah, okay. I started after high school period.
So Kadry will be teaching a course which we've named a lot of different names over the years, but right now offer the course in the SMDP Ghana. We're calling it Managing for Sustainability, Monitoring the Performance of Microfinance Institutions. And we're actually starting this course with a financial refresher pre-course, which should be pretty exciting. We're looking forward to that. But I wanted to ask you a couple questions, Kadry, about the actual face-to-face course. When you think about the people that come to this course over the years and the different job titles they have and what they get out of the course, can you talk about what the most important takeaways are that you hope the students will leave the course with?
Definitely it varies. I mean, depends on the expectations of the different participants. But maybe generally I can categorize them into two groups. The first, I mean, just like many other classes, they take home a wealth of material, frameworks, ratios, stuff that can help them in their business. Which I think it's a big part. Like they are gonna leave the class with a resource package that help them in their business. The other part, which I think is quite unique and we focus on a lot, which is the understanding, not memorizing the subject, understanding and knowing why financial statements like this, why asset is an asset, why it is in balance sheet, not income statement, why you need balance sheet and income statement. I mean, stuff that we take for granted. And we just memorize it and apply it. But in the class, we break this down into pieces and focus on the understanding on why. Like I may call it the art of the subject, not the science. Plus, I mean, we don't take ratios just like this, numerator and denominator. Actually, we build ratios. We think, okay, why it is like this? If I'm going to modify it, how can I modify it? We even critique what's in the book and come up with improved ratios. So I think this part is really unique, and it's not something that you can read in a book. It's not something that can get in a lecture. It is the value of the interaction face-to-face in the class with the participants and between the participants themselves.
Yeah, it's a very interactive course. People really enjoy it, and you're always known as having the messiest classroom of any of our courses that we offer at anywhere.
Is this a good thing?
It's a good thing. It means people are really getting involved. You know, part of the course, you teach the students to use the frame tool, and I wonder if you could describe the tool briefly and talk about the wide range of MFI job titles you recommend the course to. We say managers, board of directors, analysts of MFIs, regulators, but how can they benefit from using the frame tool?
Well, the tool, I mean, the easiest way to look at it is, or to think about it, is that it is kind of a gigantic spreadsheet designed by I would say, some of the most intelligent people in the industry. The beauty of the tool is that it is very flexible. It's not just any spreadsheet. You just put data in certain places and it will calculate for you depending on the formulas you have. Everything is built in, so you can't modify formulas, but it has built-in capacity for you as a user to build different reports, to modify the outputs, the layout of the screens, the frequency of the reporting. That's why I'll go back to your comment about the different, I would say, categories of users. Actually, this is the beauty of the tool. It suits, you can modify it to suit different categories of users. So basically, you enter the financial information of the microfinance institution or the organization that you are managing on regular basis. You can decide on monthly, quarterly, or annually, and then the tool calculates for you the ratios. And then you start thinking about the trends and gives you some kind of graphs and lots of fancy reports that, again, you can modify to suit the audience.
You're going to be teaching a methodology that, the usual kind of variety of people we get in the class means it's going to be a wide range of organizational structures, different types of MFIs. In Ghana alone, there are 4 tiers of microfinance institutions that go from smaller, more informal NGOs all the way up to large commercial institutions. And I'm just wondering, are the monitoring and management tools you teach applicable to any kinds of microfinance institutions, or are they really only for larger and more sophisticated institutions?
Actually, I would go back to my first answer. Actually, this is the beauty of this class. It's the art. Actually, the principles are the same. And then you can say, okay, for a small organization, I need to go this far. But for bigger organization, I need to add other layers. So the principles that are the same, but the width of the coverage will be different depending on the size of the organization, and the tool that we are using is modifiable. You can add layers, reduce layers. The concept of a balanced scorecard or a scorecard for a financial scorecard for performance is the same for probably Microsoft and maybe another very small business. I would say the principles are the same, but the depth of the contents will differ. So we teach the principles, we give them the basics, we give them models, and then we can add whatever we want to add. And we do exercises on this as well in the class.
That's excellent. Well, thank you, Kadry, for taking a few minutes with us. We encourage people to sign up for the SMDP Ghana early so that you'll make sure to have a place. And we look forward to seeing you in Accra in 2 or 3 months when it's a lot warmer, where we both are.
Thank you so much.